So student, till now in art and culture, we discuss about art and architecture of IBC. Then we discuss about Mauryans art and architecture. Then we discuss about post-Mauryans art and architecture. Then I think in the last class we have started temple architecture. We discuss evolution or development of temple architecture in North India as well as South India. Then we discuss about Nagara School of Architecture and sub-school under Nagara School of Architecture, like we have Orissa School of Architecture and Solanki School of Architecture, okay, and Khajuraho School of Architecture, that we discuss. Then South India we discuss about rock cut temple, okay, construction of the rock cut temple from Pallava dynasty. Then we discuss about Dravidian School of Architecture which were introduced at the time of Cholas. Okay, now we will continue. There are certain other region where they have indigenous school of architecture, okay, which is having influence of either Dravidian School of Architecture or it can have influence of Nagara School of Architecture. One of such school of architecture is Nayaka School of Architecture. Okay, so generally this Nayaka School of Architecture will develop in South Tamil Nadu region. Okay, South Tamil Nadu region, it is up to some part of Madurai, till that region. Why it is called Nayaka School of Architecture? Because Nayaka rulers of Tamil Nadu, they patronized. Okay, distinct feature, it is having the features of all Dravidian School of Architecture, but unique features. What is that unique features? This temple, it is having huge corridors. You can check here. See, huge corridors are there. Top roofs are there. Okay, these corridors are supported with the columns. Okay, and gopurams also you can observe. Check. Gopurams also, highest gopuram. In fact, this is Madurai temple, and this temple, it is having the highest gopuram in the world. So construction of large, heavy and high gopuram. Then they have large and huge corridor, it is there, that is present, and flat roof is there. Okay, so these are the unique feature of Nayaka School of Architecture. Okay, then we have Vesara School of Architecture. Vesara School of Architecture, it is developed in Karnataka region. This school of architecture, it is having an influence of both Nagara School of Architecture as well as the Dravidian School of Architecture. So its style is hybrid. In this school of architecture, they give more importance to Vimana and Mandapa. Vimana as well as Mandapa, that open Pradikshina Pata is there. Pillars, doorway, even ceilings also decorated with the intricate carvings. The carvings were stone carvings. Okay, so pillars, doorways as well as the ceilings, they have stone carvings. Okay, then apart from that, if we talk about influence of Nagara style in Vesara School of Architecture, they have curvilinear shikhara and square base of the temple. The base of the temple, it is in a square shape, which we have seen in Nagara style of architecture, and curvilinear shikhara, that is also present in this style of architecture. And regarding Dravidian influence, they have intricate carvings. Okay, and what do you call, sculptures were also present. Sculptures like in Dravidian School of Architecture, just outside of the Garbhagriha, okay, or to entrance to the Garbhagriha, sculptures were there, right? That sculptures of Vahana, of the chief deity or main deity. So that were also present in this school of architecture. Okay, and they have this one, what do you call, stepped shikhar. Wait, I'll show you. Check. Vijayanagara. See, like this. See here, if you observe, that shikhara is there, it is curvilinear, but it is a stepway. Okay, so here if you observe, it is a combination of Vimana as well as the shikhara. Right, see the shape. Okay, and see, pillars are there, right? Even pillars are also intricate carvings is there. pillars, ceilings are there, even the doorways. So these are the unique feature of Vesara style of architecture. Then next we have Vijayanagara. Vijayanagara school of architecture, it is developed during Vijayanagara Empire. Okay. In this school of architecture, we can see, or it has an influence of features of Cholas, Hoysalas, Pandyas, Chalukyas style of architecture that we can see in this Vijayanagara school of architecture. Apart from that, this style of architecture, it is having a Indo-Islamic style of architecture. Okay, it has an influence of Indo-Islamic style of architecture. Today we will discuss Indo-Islamic. Okay, it has influence. Why? Because this school of architecture developed in medieval time, after the coming of Muslim rulers. Okay, so that is the reason why this school of architecture, it has an influence of Indo-Islamic architecture, especially in Bijapur, not in each and every places, not in Hampi. Hampi still it is having a Dravidian school of architecture. Okay, that is there. What are the uniqueness? Here, walls of the temples are there, right? It is highly decorated with the stone carvings as well as a geometrical pattern, triangle, circular, topaz. So those were present in the walls of this temple. Gopurams, lot of gopurams are there. Earlier in Dravidian style of architecture, we discussed that gopuram is present only in the entrance gate. Okay, but in Vijayanagara school of architecture, they started the construction of the gopuram on the 4 sides, 4 direction, 4 gate, 4 gopuram. Okay, so that they have started. And rock pillars are there, right? So those rock pillars are a monolithic, that means single stone. That pillar is made up of a single stone. Okay, even the secular buildings also we can find in Vijayanagara school of architecture. Secular building means the constructions which are not a part of any religion, that were also found in this Vijayanagara school of architecture. Right. See here. And these pillars are there, right? So on that pillar they have one mythology creature is there, Yali. It is on the pillar. So it is like that figure is there, the creature Yali. It is what do you call, taking or handling that pillar. Okay, so it appear in that way. Walls are large, mandapas are there, right? There were multiple mandapas were there. Okay, Ardha Mandapa, Mandapa and Mahamandapa. Okay, so here we can find all these 3 types of mandaka. Central level, at center we have an open place in front of what do you call this, Garbhagraha. Okay, that it is very spacious mandapa. Okay, center mandapa also, or central mandapa, that is known as a Kalyana Mandapa. In Karnataka they call no Kalyan Mandapa. Okay, so that we can found in this school of architecture. Secular buildings are there, that I already mentioned. Okay, and boundary walls across the temple, that is a feature of Dravidian school of architecture. Example, we have Vithala Swami temple, we have Lotus Mahal, it is an example of secular building. Okay, in the temple complex only we can find the secular buildings. Virupaksha temple is there, Raghunatha temple at Hampi, then the rock cut idol of Narsimha Swami. See here, check, rock cut idol of Narsimha Swami. God Narsimha is a one of the avatar of Vishnu. So that idol we can find, and that is a Hampi. Okay, so this is about Vijayanagara school of architecture. Then next we have Hoysala school of architecture. So this Hoysala school of architecture, it is totally different from the Nagara or Dravidian school of architecture. One of the common feature in Nagara and Dravidian school of architecture was Panchayatan style of architecture. Right, temple we have at center, we have main shrine, and we have 4 shrines at the 4 corners. So that is the Panchayata style of architecture, temple architecture, right? That were absent in the Hoysala school of architecture. Rather than that, it is having a stellar plane design. So what is that stellar plane design? Actually, at center there is a hall, okay, like this one, mandapa, and all the shrines are there, right? It is connected to that hall, so it's look like a star. If you see from the drone view, okay, so that whole construction of the temple, it's look like a star. So that's why it is called a stellar plan. I'll show you. See here, this is hall. Here one temple shrine, here one shrine, here one shrine, here one shrine. All are connected to this center pillar. Okay, so that is a stellar plan. And here if you observe, even the exterior walls also having the stone intricate sculptures were also there, right? And here if you observe, there is a high raised platform, Jagati. Jagati. Yesterday we discussed, right? High raised platform, Jagati. Haan. So this also you can find here. Discuss. Okay. Stone, which stone? Soft soapstone. That was the main or chief material which is used for the construction of this temple. Okay. And more number of sculptures, massive sculptures are present on the temple. Either it is on the ceiling or wall, interior wall also, exterior wall also it is there. Okay. And shikharas, see here, all those shikharas are there, right? All shrine shikharas, they are interconnected to this flat central hall, flat roof central hall. Okay, so that is also unique feature of this Hoysala school of architecture. This we didn't see in Nagara as well as the Dravidian or other school of architecture. Okay, that is their high raised platform, Jagati. It is constructed. Okay, even wall and stair of the temples are there, right? They follow the zigzag pattern. Okay, in that way, stairs also like this that they have followed. Example is Hoyleshwara temple is there, Halebeedu, Karnataka. And we have Chennakeshava temple, Belur, and Chennakeshava temple at Somanathapura. So these are the examples of Hoysala school of architecture. Got it? Okay. And next, Pala and Sena. Actually, during 8th and 9th century in North India, some Rajput dynasties were ruled. So two of the most famous dynasties were Pala dynasty and Sena dynasty. Pala dynasty as well as Sena dynasty. During those times, this school of architecture was developed. Okay. So what are the unique feature of this Pala and Sena school of architecture? Okay. It is having sloping roof or curved roof. We have seen the 5th stage of development of temple architecture. I hope you remember. Okay, so it doesn't have a flat roof. It is having a sloping roof. Okay, it's look like a bamboo hut, circular in shape, sloping roof. That is the features. This is also known as Bangla roof. Bangla roof. Later, this kind of roof technique adopted by the Mughals. Okay, in the 16th century, they have adopted. And bricks are there, right? So they use bricks more rather than stones. So burnt bricks and clays are there, which is known as a terracotta bricks. That were the principal material used for this construction of this temple. Okay, apart from that, they have a tall curving shikharas. Tall curving shikharas were also there, which is having amalaka. Okay, above amalaka kalasha is also there. Similar to that Jagannath Puri temple. Remember, tall shikhara was there, right? Above that shikhara we have a amalaka. So like that type of shikhara were present in this Pala and Sena school of architecture. Okay. And regarding sculptures were made up of both stone as well as the metal. Stone as well as metal they have used. But stone was the major metal used for the making of the sculptures. Okay. And metal was very less. And those Sculptures are there, right? Those are highly finished, lustrous, shining finish and all those things. Finishing is there. Okay, so examples of this Pala and Sena School of Architecture: Siddheshwara Mahadev Temple, Barakar, Bengal. Then temples in and around Bishnupur. Bishnupur, it is one of the places in West Bengal. Okay, actually today also, if you have went to the West Bengal or that west of east of Bihar, you will see this style of architecture of temple only. Flat roof. Kali temple you have seen, that Calcutta. It is having totally different architecture. It is having a shikhara. Multiple shikharas are there. Arch is there. So this is about Pala and Sena School of Architecture.